What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day and a great start to the week. So if you guys don't know who it is that I am, I have a free group. We have over 70,000. I think we have over 72,000 members now. But it's a free Facebook group. You can click the link down below. It says free group, and it's called TechBot Solutions. So it's a networking platform, or it's a networking community. And when it comes down to investing in any market, cryptocurrency, the stock market, Forex, anything it is that you might see value in, I just talk about what has led to my success in the different markets that I invest in, and one of the core kind of markets that we focus on is the stock market. So this is pretty much the video that if you guys didn't join us for our weekly Sunday stock talk, we come together as a group and we talk about the top stocks that we see value in for this upcoming week. And one of the top stocks that I called out was JDST, and the other top stock that I called out that I'm personally looking at is DSLV. What does that mean? Does that mean that you should buy this? No. I always talk about three main rules that we have within our group that I hope that you guys really take into consideration. First, you should never invest in anything based on other people's opinion. Second, you should always have a plan when investing, so knowing where to get in, where to get out, and where to cut your losses. The last thing is always have an understanding and some form of risk management. So if you're going in and it offers 5 to 10% potential for profit, you want to make sure, at least with our golden ratio kind of rule, you want to make sure that the potential for loss is much less than the potential for profit. So the easiest way that I can put it, the risk/reward ratio. So I hope that those rules can kind of guide you in the right direction. But let's go ahead and get right to the juicy part. So let's see. So rules are meant to be broken. So let me go ahead and quickly cover what happened last week. If you guys didn't watch my video for last week, it was a little bit under 2K profit. So it wasn't the best week, but it was definitely consistent, and it was throughout the entire week. So one of the biggest stocks that we were trading was kind of the inverse ETF of DGAS, and then I was able to capitalize on DGAS, and then I had a couple other stocks that I called out. If you're part of my mentorship group, you would have seen all my call outs, and I want to congratulate all those, even part of TechBot Solutions altogether, that did extremely well. So I have Billy right now calling XXII out. Yeah, I ended up hitting above at 350, but it looks like a little bit overbought. So Lucas J is saying thanks for JDST. The connection is pretty bad. I do apologize for that. I'm here visiting in California at my parents' house. I don't live here, and the Wi-Fi is even worse than it is in my house. So I do apologize for that. But I'm going to try to get straight to the point. So how is it? And I don't mean this to be clickbait in any way or anything like that. I have a weekly goal of 2K profit per week. Last week I was a little bit under. This week I think I can really, that's May 20% on CNET this morning. Oh, that's really good. One of the things that I try to aim for is 15 to 20% growth on a weekly basis, and I'm simply going to make this video and show you how it is that I'm going to get there, and how it is that I am planning to get there. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only way to realistically achieve a goal is to plan for it and then to work towards it. So with that being said, I'm going to share my plan with you on the top 2 stocks that I see value in for this week that I'm already in a position on. I'm up a little bit over $500 on the day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I'm up. I showcased when I was up over 400, but let me actually just start sharing my screen with you guys. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to show you, first of all, let me just show you my Fidelity account. So I'm trading with 2 different accounts. I use my Fidelity account. I have a little bit under 30K on that one, so I'm going to have to withdraw it. Usually when people ask me, hey, when do I withdraw funds? Every time that I hit over 30K, I withdraw funds. So it's almost about every month. Every time that I hit anywhere from about a 5K profit, I withdraw it, I put it back at 25K, and then I start trading again for that entire month. But let me go ahead and just show you. So this is for my Fidelity account. This is my JDST position. I told you guys on Friday that I went in with a swing trade. If you guys tuned in live for my weekly recap on my profits for the week, and this is pretty much it. So if you guys look, I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. So it shows that I'm up $284 with a little bit over a $4,000 position. So not the most gain, but when it comes down to an intraday play for a swing trade, being up almost 7%, that's pretty big, right? This is with my Fidelity account. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see kind of what it is that I'm looking at. And this is my TD Ameritrade account. So if we go over here to Active Trader, you can see that I am up $245 since my entry point. So I got in at $48.80. And let me just, it doesn't really matter about how much I'm up. Again, you guys shouldn't necessarily care how much money I've made or anything of that sort. Let's focus on patterns and what really matters, what's really going to make us money. And I think that's the pattern itself. I think you guys heard me call it out, and this was my plan from the very beginning. And if you guys followed my Sunday Stock Talk and even videos leading up to this, you guys would have seen that my call out for JDST was very simple, and my call outs are usually very simple. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I like to stay very micro focused. Don't overwhelm yourself with many different stock options. One of the things that I noticed is this pattern. Again, I'm more of a technical trader and more of a swing trader because a lot of my time is dealt with these mentorship calls for those that are part of my private group. And I've been doing those like all morning. So swing trading accommodates my busy schedule. One of the things that I noticed is with JDST, the support that it had here at $50 previously. You see how it had this consolidation at $50. Not only was that a support once, but it's been a support before as well. So as you guys can see this, it was a support there, it was a support there, and when it had this huge sell-off, right, the RSI indicator indicated that it was more on the oversold side. The MACD indicator was indicating that it might be a good time to buy. And one of the things that I noticed was just, again, on the technical standpoint, was I saw a lot of consolidation happening below $50. So I knew that it was, again, old support levels become new resistance levels. And when it had the sell-off was, hey, this might be a good time to get in. And with that being said, one of the things that I wanted to wait for before I went in, full-fledged with my overall positions is, I wanted this thing to break above $52. And today it hit $52. And the other thing that I look for is I like to make sure that when I'm swing trading something, so again, investing in a stock for a number of days, not just day trading it, I want to make sure that it's above the EMA line and that it's riding above the EMA. So to answer your question, hey Ricky, how are you going to make $2,000 profit this week? Well, I normally trade with anywhere from about a $5,000 to $10,000 position. So if I'm going to make, the 20% potential for profit, because again, that correlates to that $2,000 return, what is it that I'm going to be investing in? Just like I called out yesterday, I got in at $48.80 on this account, and then I got in a little bit below $48, if I'm not mistaken, on my Fidelity account. So on average, I'm in at an average, if I'm not mistaken, I should be at around like an $8,000 overall entry. I still have $2,000 that I'm going to be adding to this once we get that full-on confirmation above $52. But one of the things that I was looking at is my average should be anywhere from around 48, 45. And with the resistance, again, looking at the previous support that it had here once, twice, that was a previous support. That's going to act as a new resistance level. So with that being said, for my entry point at an average of 48, 45, let's say, to my exit, I'm going to sell and close to or near to $60. That's my plan. It offers about 24% potential for profit. It doesn't mean 100% that I'm going to make, nothing's ever guaranteed in the stock market, and you guys should know that. But when it comes down to percentage growth and a weekly goal that I have for myself of achieving 15 to 20% growth on a weekly basis, just like I do for every single one of you guys that are part of my mentorship group or the inner circle that we have, I set up a series of, I go through my stocks, I go through my stocks and I make sure that I break down each and every single stock and I see, hey, which one this week is actively trending up or showing signs of a potential reversal and is going to get me to my weekly goal. A lot of people have a goal of anywhere from 3.5% to 7%, and that's great. Mine's a little bit more aggressive, but I'm also investing with a little bit more money, and I also have a little bit more experience. So to kind of get the ball rolling, one thing that I could recommend for each and every single one of you is to set a weekly goal for yourself. If it's 3%, if it's 5%, whatever the case may be. Just make sure that it's something that's realistic that you can work towards and then continue to improve on as the time goes. So this is my first call out. I really think that this thing will be able to touch $60 within 1 week to 1 week and a half. And if it comes down to that, I'm going to try to minimize the amount of positions that I take throughout the entire week. And as you guys can see on the first day, today's Monday, I'm up a little bit over 255 on my TD Ameritrade account, or my TD Ameritrade position for JDST. And then I'm up a little bit over $285, if I'm not mistaken, for my Fidelity account. So altogether, I'm up over $500 on the day. And that's great and all, but the reason that I'm not selling is, and this is a risk that I'm taking, so you guys don't have to follow it, I see much more potential for profit long term, right, to $60, that the $500 is nice, but I see a $2,000 to $2,500 return when I'm up $500. So when it comes down to opportunity cost, I was about to cover my profits when it hit $52 and call it a day, but I'm already a quarter way to my weekly goal. and it's only the first day, and that doesn't really matter, but I see that JDST is performing the way that I expected it to, and I see that it's showing confirmations of an uptrend pattern and a reversal, and that's a really good sign for me, a really good indication, and that's why I feel comfortable investing in it. If you do not, then please do not invest in it. I would suggest for you not to invest in anything it is that I'm talking about, especially if you don't see value in any of the callouts that we have, and that's one of the biggest recommendations that I can have. So Bobby Jack, what's going on, my man? Thank you for the JDST call out. Oh, Marlene, what's going on? How you doing? So why do you trade both on Fidelity and TD Ameritrade? So Fidelity is the one that I actually grew up. So when it came down to my custodial account when I was 14, that's the account that I had my parents help me open. So if you guys are underage, you have to have your parents open you a custodial account, and then you can start investing yourself in that one. So that's a really good question. So I started off with that one. It's kind of just something that I've always had. That's the one that has my largest account. So usually over always $25,000. And then my TD Ameritrade account usually has anywhere from about $5,000 to $6,000. I really just opened the account just to make YouTube videos on it because I like the interactive broker. But Fidelity is usually the one that I take the larger positions on, and I'm swing trading, so I don't necessarily need this interactive broker or this active the real-time quotes. But it's nice, and for visuals, people always ask to see my trades and stuff like that, and I just got annoyed of people always requesting the same thing. I don't know, and I mean this in the most respectful way. What I make per day, right? I'm up $500 on the day. That has no correlation on why you should invest in anything or really pay attention to me. My callouts have not changed. My quality of callouts and positions within the past 6 months or a year have not changed. But yet now that I started kind of showing my screen and stuff like that, people find it so much more real. That's the biggest thing that's the thing that frustrates me the most, is that people care too much about how much money that I make when it has no correlation to your success. And that's the biggest thing. We have traders that are making much more than I am. I'm going to call a couple of them out. Not call them out, but shout them out. We have some traders that are up $600, $1,000 on the day within our private group today, and they're doing great. But does that mean that you should listen to them or anything of that sort? No, it comes down to who has a really good understanding of investing in the stock market and a really good foundation. And for me, I really saw most of my joy coming from these YouTube videos, really just getting the feedback that I do. So I love that you guys thank me for the call outs and all that stuff, but realistically anyone can call anything out, and it's all about taking action, making sure that you're investing in good quality picks, and that's what I want you guys to focus on. I'm going to keep it short. So we got the confirmation on DSLV. DSLV on the 180-day, this is one of the top stocks that I called out yesterday. It got the confirmation today. As you guys can see, the support here at around $22 if I can, and the first resistance at about $26, and then the second one at $30. Let's calculate the potential for profit that this thing has to offer. So from about $23. So it got the confirmation and it broke above the 180-day EMA. The first resistance, it's going to offer anywhere from about 12% potential for profit, and then the overall top resistance, it's going to offer about 30% potential for profit. So you have to ask yourself, hey, is this something that I see value in? Is this a pattern that I understand? Is the potential for profit much greater than the potential for loss? And is this something that's going to accommodate my weekly goal? If it is, then great. Break it down. See if you can formulate a plan that makes sense for you, that you want to take advantage of. And so be it. If not, then add it to your watch list or don't, and just follow up with it later, maybe when it becomes more relevant. One of the biggest suggestions that I can have for myself, if I were to take a position right now, is DSLV did break above the 180-day EMA, but it's not actively trending on the EMA line. So I would that's why I have my alert set at $24. I'm going to be patient before I take another position. I plan to be about $10,000 invested into JDST. I'll probably take a $5,000 position on DSLV once it breaks above $24. So with that being said, I'm going to keep it very simple and make it a great week. I really think that this week is going to be a solid week. I don't think I'm going to have to take a lot of trades. And do I think I can hit 2K profit? I don't think there's any question about it. Am I going to force trades to achieve that weekly goal? No, I'm going to keep it very simple, and I'm going to focus on what makes sense for me. And if if you guys aren't okay with that, then I'm sorry. But realistically, it's my money. It's what I'm investing in. And to hit my weekly goals and to hit my yearly goals and stuff like that, I want to make sure that I do what's best for me. And just like each and every single one of you, you should be doing what's best for you. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. And that's the amazing thing about this. That's why we look so forward to Mondays, because there's always this new kind of like potential for to make money. So I'm gonna answer a couple of your guys' questions and do that. So Dylan D later's like, how do you plan for taxes on your trades? Your brokerage sends you like this full-on like tax file. I actually can't talk about taxes. That's one of the things that one of my lawyers said that I can't make a video on. So I can't talk about taxes. Reach out to a CPA, to H&R Block, to a local like tax agency, and they can assist you with that. I'm sorry, but I just can't talk about that. Okay, so Carmen is asking how to scan stock. So I actually have a video on that. So if you have not, freaking crap, LPCN broke above 350, and that was one of our callouts from $3 to 350. So that was really nice. I have so many videos. Please, if you just can dedicate some time to search up my name, Ricky Gutierrez, and search up whatever question you have. If it's RSI, if it's scanning, momentum scans, I have over 600 videos on YouTube that you guys can search for, and it shows you step by step on what it is that you need to do. So Alicia Pollard is saying, I have yet to make profits. So I think, again, one of the best ways that you can get to your goal of making profits is to plan for it. So maybe if you're focusing too much on lower cap stocks or momentum trading or something that is a little bit more based off of hype that you have to do a quick in and out, that might not be the best for you. So if you can do a little bit more technical trading, looking at patterns, seeing what makes sense, and when you can identify a good entry point and then a good exit strategy, then I think that might be a little bit easier for you to understand. So now you guys are asking about UGAS and DGAS. Yeah, that was a very popular one. UGAS is starting to show signs of a potential bounce back. So keep a close eye. The biggest recommendation or suggestion that I can have that I'm looking at is on UGAS and DGAS, keep a close eye on the 180-day EMA and the direction that it's pointing. Until we get that confirmation of a reversal, it means nothing. DGAS is still trending up. UGAS is still trending down. Even if UGAS is up on the day, it's still holding below the 180-day EMA, so it's irrelevant. Again, swing trade, long-term growth, it's still trending down. And today it might be up, but tomorrow it could be down another 5%. So just take that into consideration. Again, what I like to do is I like to scalp for my swing trades. I like to scalp the swing trades. So on the sell-offs, that's when I like to buy, as long as the EMA line is still pointing up. So that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything to you, but just wanted to answer your question. Okay, so I just talked about DGAS. Keep up the good work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, okay, so I'm going to end it here. So I wanted to give first, I'm going to open up my Discord, so sorry if it lags a little bit. I wanted to give a couple shout outs to the people that are part of our mentorship group. One of the biggest things that I think has really assisted a lot of our traders within our private group is that they've noticed how important it is to trade quality stocks and not quantity. And what I mean by that is taking less positions on a weekly basis to accommodate their weekly goal. And in that being said, they're much more picky on what they choose to invest their hard-earned money in, that they tend to take positions that end up working out a little bit better. A lot of those are the ones that I've put out there, but a lot of them for the people that are part of our like inner circle or the private, the Learn Plan Profit group, they dedicate their own time to scan for stocks, because I have a video that shows them step by step on my scan criteria, so they can see stocks and find stocks that they see value in, and they've been doing exceptionally well. A lot of them are doing much better than I am when it comes down to dollar return on a weekly basis. We had one of our, I think I told you guys, but one of our traders within the first week broke over 8K profit within one of her first trades. And it's amazing, right? But realistically, it's definitely possible if you're willing to dedicate the time to learn how to build that foundation, how to build your eye for value, and not just trade based on other people's opinion. This isn't a group. I don't sell like alerts for stocks or anything like that. I never tell anyone where to buy or where to sell. Our group really has to do with, hey, if you're willing to dedicate time and working on your own to build that foundation for yourself, I'm going to work with you and always be on your back and making sure that I hold you accountable for everything that is that you do. And that's really all it is that I do. I show how it is that I see value, how I scan for stocks, how you can scan for stocks based on your criteria, but then I also showcase and I assist you throughout this process on helping you overcome some certain hesitations or mistakes that you might have made, but as well as working towards a weekly goal that's structured. I feel like I'm very disciplined and I'm very structured, and that's what really has led to my success, not only in the stock market, but the different markets or businesses that I've opened. I'm actually 23 years old. I have 4 properties in Arizona. I have a series of businesses, and then when it comes down to trading, I feel like I'm pretty disciplined in that perspective, and I think that's the thing people lack in the most. And I'm truly here to try to help you guys become more disciplined, to provide that structure so you can trade and profit more on a consistent basis. And that's really just it. So I'm going to pull up the quick little, let's see, callouts. So Rasta B is asking, is this really live? Yes, it is. So Austin Cloak is asking, are you going to take a position on JDSC? It's almost at 52K. So Austin, I actually already took a position at $48 and then $48.80. So I'm up already $500 on the day. But thank you again for calling that one out. Alrighty. So I'm going to just give a couple shout outs to the people that are part of our private group. And I want to give a shout out to all those that are part of Technical Solutions and overall trading community altogether, right? You guys are doing amazing. You guys don't have to be a part of our group. We offer a free group. We offer, my course, which is Learn, Plan, Profit. If you guys want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, I go live for this private group for 30 minutes every single day, Monday through Friday. I cover questions. I call out the different stocks that I see value in. But one of the most important things is that we're all doing our own work in finding the top stocks to get us to our weekly goal. So if you're someone that's willing to work towards your goal and want to be a part of our community and working with me on a daily basis, then I'd love to be a part of your success. And then we offer the structured video lesson library, the Learn, Plan, Profit video lesson library, which is like structured videos that show you complete A to Z on how to find stocks, patterns, how to make money on a consistent basis, and also how to manage risk. So I think it's pretty valuable for those that want to be a part of it and want to kind of get started. Then I think it would be a great avenue. So we have right here. So I think it shows the past month 79% growth. So man, it feels good to make some money on a consistent profits. Nice comeback. And right now we have $208 profit. I like that it's less than 1% profit. So pretty large account. We have $524 profit. So, and then that was in the morning today at 6:59 p.m. So we have a couple of people posting their profits for the day. Realistically, again, the profits don't really mean anything to you because that's not money that you're making. What should really be important to you is being with a group of individuals or with a team that you think can really guide you guys in the right direction. And I hope that you guys see value in me and my team and how we want to assist you in being successful in this market or whatever market that you want to invest in. And if you do, great. And if you don't, then I totally understand. No hard feelings. You guys can invest in whatever it is that you guys see value in. So let's see. Oh, man, that's so sweet. Run Sky Spree 8 is saying that you have taught me everything I need to know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Can you do more videos on your spreadsheets? What do you mean by that, Natasha? So I'm just learning about penny stocks. I'm so glad that I stumbled across your channel, learning a lot. Oh, thank you. One of the last things that I wanted to talk about is the link is down below if you guys want to be a part of my private Learn, Plan, Profit group. So again, if you click the link, it will show you exactly what it is that the course has to offer. It offers our private group that we meet on a daily basis, and I would love to work with you guys on a daily basis. So I started the promo. I tend to do this like on a weekly basis. I started the promo yesterday for our Sunday Stock Talk. It's the Get 50 Off. So it's GET 50 and then OFF. You'll save $50 off the course if you want to join, and it's going to be open for the next 12 hours, that coupon. So if you guys want to join and then would like me to work with you, then great. You guys can use that promo code and it will save you $50. If you don't, I totally understand. Feel free to join our free group. It's Technical Solutions, and you have the ability to network with over 72,000 people. And we'd love to be a part of your success. Does your faith drive you? I mean, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good question. I feel like it makes me a little bit more structured, a little bit more disciplined, right? Less distractions. So, Lido Biz, dude, no, you don't have to do that. What the heck? He just donated $2. You've been so helpful or so supportive. You message like on all my Instagram posts as well. Message me if you can direct message me on Instagram. That would be great. We'll jump on a video call. The next kid billionaire. What's going on? So yeah, thank you guys again so much for your time. Again, I wanted to make a quick video, but we're already at 25 minutes, so I do apologize for the long video. I hope that it was fun and entertaining, and hopefully it can get you guys working towards your weekly goal. If you guys like the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. But most importantly, guys, again, when it comes down to being successful in any market, even if it's not the stock market, if it's cryptocurrency, you guys are going to want to subscribe because of the video that I'm going to upload later today about cryptocurrency. I took a position on my first ICO, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm up over 200%. So I'm going to make a video on that. Thanks to the exclusively crypto team, I was able to, and the different partners that we have, we're able to, achieve this. So I'll talk about that in just a bit. But continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives you in your success. And like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Again, for those that are interested, get 50 off. That's the coupon for the Learn Plan Profit Lesson Library. It's the first link in the description, and you'll be able to work with me on a daily basis and access the complete A to Z structured lesson library. Take it easy, guys.